Hi, welcome to our Pharma Topics channel. This video is related to food safety. Welcome to the 12th series of the Food Safety Officer exam preparation notes. This is about food safety, food adulteration, FSSAI, and HACCP. Let us go into the video. There are direct causes of contamination of the food. They are microbial hazards, physical hazards, chemical hazards, and biological hazards. And the indirect causes that may result from a managerial defect or employees defect or deficiencies. So these are the major causes of the contamination of food. Let us see about the prevention of food safety hazard. So one is the maintenance of temperature. From this you can see temperature control plays a major role in prevention of food safety hazard. The danger zone is between 40 degree centigrade to 60 degree centigrade. Beyond that it is a cooking temperature. Below it, it is a refrigerator or freezer temperature which can preserve the foods. And then hygienic practices are important for food preservation. Let us see about the food adulterants. An adulterant is any material which is or could be employed for making the food unsafe or substandard or misbranded, or it contains any extraneous or unwanted matter. Then it is an adulterant. There are two types of adulterants. One is intentional adulterants. They are added with the intention to increase the margin of profit. They may be sand, marble chips, stones, mud, chalk powder, water, mineral oil, coal tar, dyes. And they are incidental adulterants found to be due to ignorance, negligence, or lack of proper storage conditions such as pesticide, droppings of rodents, larvae in food are all incidental adulterants. Prevention of Food Adulteration Act 1954 was legislated to protect the consumers of food and prevent sale of substandard foods. So let us see some of the examples. Milk is usually adulterated with water, urea, caustic soda, and skimmed milk. Koya, or in Tamil it is called palkova, is adulterated with paper, refined oil, and skimmed milk powder. And pure honey is adulterated with sugar, glucose, fructose, sucrose, and also with cheap syrups, corn, inverted sugar, and cane sugar. Turmeric powder is usually adulterated with metanyl yellow, that is methyl acid, plus diphenylamine. These are carcinogenic in nature. And then chili powder is adulterated with a similar looking brick powder. Dry ginger is often coated with blue colored dye, ultramarine blue, to prevent the insect infestation. It is an inorganic pigment which is used in the laundry as a whitener. And ice creams are usually adulterated with pepper oil, ethyl acetate, butyraldehyde, and washing powder. Pepper oil is a pesticide, and ethyl acetate causes diseases affecting lungs, kidneys, and heart. And then food grains, rice, wheat, powdered rice, and wheat is usually adulterated with starch. Rice is adulterated with small grains of stones to increase the weight. Then tomato sauces are adulterated with pumpkin pulp, sugar, non-edible colors, and flavors with less amount of tomato. These adulterants are highly carcinogenic. And then coffee powder is usually adulterated with tamarind seeds or chicory powder to add bulk. FSSAI permits 49% chicory to the coffee powder. And then tea leaves are usually adulterated with Prussian blue, indigo, graphite, and gypsum. Then vegetable oils are adulterated with mineral oil, karanja oil, or castor oil. And traditional sweets, koya and paneer, is often adulterated with silver. Actually, silver coating is called vark, is used to decorate the sweets. The Indian regulations insist silver must be 99.9% pure if it is used in foods. Polythene, polyvinyl chloride are used to produce flexible packaging material. Low-grade plastics can be a reason for adulteration of food. Food additives is a substance that is added to enhance its flavor or appearance or to preserve it. So artificial sweeteners, aspartame, which is a carcinogen, it is used in drinks, baking sodas, breath mints, iced tea, chewable vitamins, and toothpaste. And monosodium glutamate, MSG E621, it's commonly known as Ajinomoto, is an amino acid used in soups, salad dressings, chips, frozen foods, instant noodles. Actually, MSG causes neurological disorders. Trans fat is a fat which is found in the deep fried fast foods, chips, and certain processed foods made with margarine. It contains low density lipoprotein cholesterol and decreases HDL and increases the cardiovascular risk. And artificial colorants are used in soda, fruit juices, salad dressings. And these artificial colorants, they decrease the IQ in children. Let us see about FSSAI. It's autonomous body established under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. It has been established under the Food Safety and Standards Act 2006. Objectives are establishment. In the previous video also I have said regarding this. Since it is related to this, I am saying it again. Creating consumer awareness, establishing a framework of food safety with FBOs. FSSAI has removed potassium bromate, which is a carcinogen, and cyclamate, which are used in, that is colorants used in jams, jellies, marmalades, dairy-based drinks and confectionaries. This is the framework of FSSAI. It has a chief executive officer. Then it comes under the control of state government and central government. The registration authority, licensing authority, designated officer, food safety officer, and their headquarters and the zonal offices. The laws related to FSSAI before 2006, they are all consolidated under a single act, that is Prevention of Food Adulteration Act 1954, Food Products Order 1955, Food Products Order 1973, Vegetable Oil Products 1947, Edible Oil Packing Regulation Order 1988, Solvent Extracted Oil, De-oiled meal and meat and edible flour control order 1967, milk and milk products order 1992. So all these come under a single act, that is Food Safety and Security Act of Safety and Standards Act of India. So this act received the assent of President of India on 23rd August 2006. Let us see the objectives: to consolidate the laws, to lay down science-based standards, to regulate manufacture, storage, distribution, sale, imports, and to provide a safe and wholesome food for the human consumption. So this is the logo of FSSAI. Functions, there are three kinds of books. One is Orange Book. It has three parts. First part is related to HR and administration. Second part related to canteen and cafeteria. Third part related to the employees. Pink Book, it is tells about the SNF, that is safe and nutritious food for the school, offices or canteens. An Yellow Book, it is a illustrative guide for parents, teachers and students. It's a ready reckoner, contains PPTs, activities, posters and handouts. Let us see the FSSAI labels. And this Jaivik Bharat label, which is for organic foods. The other initiatives by FSSAI, FSKAN, Food Safety Knowledge Assimilation on Network, which contains the e-journals and consortium of theses, e-books related to food safety, hygiene and nutrition. POSTAC, Food Safety Training and Certification. POSCORIS, Food Safety Compliance through regular inspection and sampling. Infolnet, Indian Food Laboratory Network. Food Safety on Wheels, Food Fortification Resource Center, and Food Safety Connect, an online platform for consumer to voice their concerns regarding food safety. Let us see HACCP. It is an internationally accepted method for ensuring food safety by identifying hazards and monitoring critical control points in the food process. So these are the reasons for HACCP, that is it handles the hazards and how to control it, how to identify it. So yeah, the types of hazards identified in this are physical, chemical, microbial, equipment based, handling and environmental hazards. Let us see the principles of HACCP. To conduct a hazard analysis, identify critical control points, establish critical limits for critical control points, Establish a critical control point monitoring requirements, establish corrective action, establish procedures for ensuring the HACCP system is working as intended, establish a record keeping procedures, and assure safe catering. So it's a very short information which can be useful for your exam preparation. I hope it will be useful for you. Thank you for listening. Happy learning. Kindly share this to more of your friends. Kindly subscribe to our Pharma Topics channel for further updates. If you like this video, kindly press the like button. Thank you.